All right, now, I mean, Gragas doesn't have a whole lot of counters, but they could flex the Jax into the jungle and then play something else. They'll have 0 range. They'll need to hard engage. They have a Braum. Engage Braum, not exactly the most fun thing, but this is what we were letting you guys know about. Like, this is a flexible pick in the Jax. Can be going over to Cuz.
I mean, I think Rek'Sai makes more sense here. I don't think they want to play a ranged pick. You know, you don't want to try to just try to get an advantage topside here because your comp is so squishy. They need some sort of side lane that also has a backbone to it. I think this is actually pretty perfect here. This Rek'Sai is really difficult.
Wait, does Rek'Sai have a backbone? I thought they were like a...
This is an vertebrae.
All right, we've got the zoom in. Taehyun taking damage once again as Lehens is the one that gets stunned up. Taehyun does offer a fair bit of damage back, and now Cuz looking to get in here and stop Scout. There's the interruption on the Justice Punches. He doesn't flash.
He was. That's what I'm saying. He likes that title a little bit more. Almost good.
All right, this dive is going to catch him this time around. He flashes, and the flag and drag brings in Sponge. First blood over to Taehyun yet again as Cuz walking on forward. Peacemaker does not connect.
Again.
And shoesless. That's one of the biggest problems, is the fact that he goes back and buys a Caulfields. As Cuz gets into the pit, and he does have Leap Strike, but Ghost is going to stand beside the Jax. Let's see whether Cuz can steal this one away as BDD dives in, looks for lands, and just blows up.
Is not laning into it.
Oh, there's an engaged Braum angle. Let's see whether Ghost can find this one as Lehens already down relatively low, looking to abyssally dive his way up, but the Relentless Pursuit is named correctly this time. They're going to turn their attention onto Taehyun, who gets devoured. Cuz dives on top, and it's Lehens that goes down. The double tap not actually going to be effective against Taehyun there, but the one kill is all KT really wanted.
Dive now. Again.
Oh, yeah, misses the Shuriken backflip, unfortunately, though, does BDD. Yeah, you can see, we know that the Jax is here as they're looking for it. Taehyun will get devoured once again, but the Abyssal Dive will be interrupted. He has the big old shield, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. Cataclysm is cataclysmic for Nongshim, unfortunately.
Game number 3 is
the amount he existed in game 3 is very large. All right, Sponge, speaking of existing, makes his presence known as there's a teleport towards the bottom side for King, and oh, this cask could be ridiculous onto aiming. Let's see whether he can keep himself safe as the flag and drag comes in, but down goes Sponge to start this one off as BDD. I think he heard me talking about the POM. He wants to find another one as Cuz grabs that angle. Aiming still alive somehow as King in. I don't think he's going to be the same. It's a double for Cuz on the Jax. And KT, I think they really wanted 5 games. Oh dear. Well, BDD. Oh, nice backflip, but I don't think it's quite going to be enough unless Ghost can help him out. He flashes out of the Cataclysm. Cuz is making his way in, and BDD just wanders away. Not very scathed. I didn't want to say unscathed for some reason, I don't know why. Anyway, Scout is now going to get stunned up, but Sponge interrupts almost everything. Now aiming turns up, but so does Taehyun. And he's going to be able to take out Cuz. There's the ace in the hole onto Ghost. And now BDD is just teleported back in. Perfect! Just executes Taehyun. He will not be forgotten as this top laner, as the Abyssal Dive was a bridge too far. And KT put them down again.
The trough.
Oh dear, Cuz has found another double knockup. Sponge is going to be able to get himself out. King and trying to do the same as Perfect is just on an elevator as he launches himself towards the enemy team. BDD has been avoiding a lot of things, but hasn't been hitting a whole lot of stuff either, as Scout, when he does get hit, takes a lot of damage. There is the taunt, as he does look for a little bit more. There's the ulti. BDD just wanted to finish him off as a heroic entrance is going to be used more like an exit this time. Looking to try and get on top of this dragon. It has been started already because it's in the area. Scout's moving over. Now the team fight can be dangerous as Taehyun is going to get tagged. Cuz looking for the angle. They get the double stun as Taehyun very far up towards Ghost is now Perfect. Just dives on in. Gets the double knockup. Taehyun is relatively safe for now as there are so many knockups and Taehyun doesn't have enough bullets. It is ridiculous as the KT onslaught continues. Aiming can't even catch up as Cuz is under an inner turret after all that is said and done.
Taeyun trying to position incredibly well there. But they're going to fight it. They're going to force it.
Let's see whether Cuz can get in here. He does actually just wander into the pit, and they look for the backline here. There's the Devour onto Taeyun. Good knock up there as well, as Taeyun's able to take down this Rek'Sai. He's one away from getting stunned, but he gets himself out. Never mind. Perfect execution from BDD. And now it's KT's turn to launch their salvo into Nongshim. Shuriken backflip is obviously going to land, and he looks for the 5-point strike as Lahen's just barely able to make his way out. Leap strike onto Scout for Cuz. And the dash forward isn't exactly what Aiming was looking for as he flashes out of the way of the tongue lash to keep himself alive. Well, let's see whether Ghost can do that. As he drags his way over, BDD is just going to play defense. As back into the pit he goes, and down goes the Baron. There's still a lot of damage on the Ghost, but into the backline goes perfect. He will get exhausted, but even if he goes down, it's still probably going to be worth to guarantee the Baron, although I don't know whether he necessarily needed to go in there. As Nongshim now chasing after KT. Scouts ghosted. And BDD will get into the Shroud, but I think he's still dead. Thrown around like a ragdoll, and that is going to be the Peacemaker making peace. They are kind of alone. Ghost is able to move himself over. And this is so aiming. Oh God, that's not where you want to be. But the culling just destroys Sponge. And so it's jungler for AD carry, but they need to kill Taeyun. If they don't kill Taeyun, this is still lights out for KT. They get on top of him, but the Devour is going to be there. The Abyssal Dive gets him all the way out. It's a big taunt as well as Taeyun. He's got the net, but the 5-point strike will destroy the Caitlyn. And Lahen's just doesn't have the buttons left. He'll get knocked up, taken down, and they do get an inhibitor.
Taeyun is like, thank God I have Tom Kench. It's still not enough.
In the meantime, Cuz is just dead. So there's one more Baron remaining, and Ghost's almost taken out as well.
The only way we can siege is we get behind them.
Well, there's a cast. It's going to work out really nicely, but only onto the tanky members as BDD still biding his time. Engage! Braum launches forward, and down goes King to start this fight off. And now Ghost just tries to tag Taeyun, and he gets it! Down goes the Caitlyn, and it's a double here for Aiming. That setup was absolutely ridiculous, but in the end, KT with a team that came out ahead.
Now looking for that one minion. I think that's what Scout wanted to get, but there's still minions behind the rest of the team. Wanted to try to hold the wave. They will not be able to do so. That's GG. KT finally do it. It took a long time. They could not siege with the minions. They could not use the Baron to end the game, but getting all the way wrapped around behind Nongshim with a team fight siege, I guess that's the way to do it. That's bring us to 5.
Oh my goodness, cue up the silly version of Silver Scrapes as the Nexus goes down, and KT